Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night speedrunning here on the Nick RP stream. We are continuing our journey into various category extensions on Metal Gear Solid 3, but rather than an existing category extension, I'm trying to create a new one today. Ooh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Metal Gear Solid 3 stream. We're slowly gearing up towards doing a run that is. Just gonna turn my audio volume down a little. It's a little. My mic volume's a little high. There, that's better. Yeah, so I'm slowly working towards an all collectible speedrun. Now, there is a speedrun already on category extensions, which would all sort of encompasses it, which is all achievements. But that's not quite the same thing, because all achievements, it's not all collectibles because equipment doesn't count. There's nothing for equipment. But also it requires loads of other things to have to do, like Foxhound. It's got to be a Foxhound run. There's just so much. There's so many other things going on in that run that it didn't feel right as an all collectibles run. Obviously, last week I looked at all animals and plants, so Markor rank, got the world record. I got the world record for PC on stream, and then the following day, I did it on console. So I now have the world record, and those have now been verified as well. So I now have the world record for Markor rank on PC and on console. I do still want to do Mark Keratin, which is Markor rank plus all keratins, so that's going to be to do. But yeah, today this is a category that doesn't exist but absolutely can. I think the reason it doesn't really exist is because there's no. Sorry, I thought I heard a weird noise. There's no in-game way of tracking it. Getting all weapons. There's nothing on the end game screen to say that you've got all weapons. However, there is an achievement for it, and there's other category extensions that aren't trackable in game. So I think this will work. I mean, it's one of those things. I say this all the time. That when it comes to category extensions, the thing to do is run it, then submit it as a suggestion. The amount of times people go on the speedrun leaderboards and they go, "Oh, I really like this idea for a category. Can we add this as a category?" It was like, okay, do the run, show us what it looks like, and then we'll consider it. Because the last thing people want to do, the last thing moderators and for speedrun categories want to do is make the effort of creating a new speedrun category, and then nobody bothers to run it. It's all right saying I'd really like to see this on the leaderboard, but if you're not going to run it, then there's a good chance nobody else will run it. And obviously, that we don't want to waste people's time. So yeah, that's the intention for today's stream. I hope that sounds good to anyone. I think all of my go. I'm sorry, I'm a bit late getting started today. I got told I had 3 new plugin updates. I quickly got those done, but one of them was Advanced Scene Switcher, and it seems Advanced Scene Switcher has changed its location where it needs to be installed, so it kept failing. So I had to completely remove it and reinstall it. I kept backups, but it's all worked anyway. So yeah, should be all good, but yeah, I was a little bit late getting started as a result, so apologies for that. But yeah, we should be all good to go. Hopefully, I've got a guide ready for all of the different items. All of the different weapons is open on this screen, so I'll be looking over there. Yeah, let's give this a go. Yay, there we go. Lovely. Everything seems to be working. You've got game audio. Oh, I'll turn that game audio down just a notch. That should be all right. All right, let's give this a go. So it's still going to be on very easy. Everything I'm doing at the moment is on very easy because partly because the leaderboards for category extensions aren't separated. It makes things a little bit easier. It's not a big stress. And doing this on European Extreme is going to be tough eventually. But All Collectibles European Extreme is something I like the idea of. Just got to build up a little bit towards it. But yeah, once I've done Mr. Markor record holder, indeed. Hello, Rorschach. Two-time record holder for Markor now. I'm slowly putting my foot down as the category extension runner for MGS3. Tired of just doing keratins. Where's my... Ow. I need my wire. My Bluetooth... I can't get my controller to connect at the moment. Because I keep trying to connect it to multiple different things. Alright, I've plugged it in. And... Am I not? There we go. Got there eventually. So it's worth noting before we get started, I'm still missing 4 achievements in this game. I would like to try and get them. The 4 achievements I'm missing are with all guns blazing, which is collect every type of weapon. So that's what we're aiming for. So whilst there is no in-game tracking for all weapons, there is an achievement. And I think if I was to try and do like multiple runs of this, I'd use Steam Achievement Manager to undo this achievement so that I can go back and try again. Fashionista, find every type of camouflage. Only Skin Deep, find every type of face paint. And Snake Eyes, discover all first-person views that are not indicated by the button icon. So yeah, there's quite a few things that I haven't done. And the face paint and the camouflage is only because I haven't done it all in one run. So it's worth noting that we should get the All Guns Blazing achievement during this run. So let's go for it. And also getting the achievement will prove that I've done my routing correctly and I know what I'm doing. Here's hoping. So yeah, for this one we can run on New Game Plus, because the Patriot, I don't know if you'd get it without the Patriot. I don't know if you have to play it on New Game Plus to get it. I'm not sure exactly how that would work, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to play on New Game Plus. So I already have the Patriot, already have the SAA. But I would assume that you could do this on New Game. Or do we do it on New Game? What do you reckon? Do we do this on New Game? Because it shouldn't matter because it's all weapons. Like the Patriot and the SAA. Like for the speedrun, we only really care about what's in the game. The Patriot and the SAA are just things that you'll get. As long as we pick the gun on the left, we get the SAA. I think I always pick the gun on the left, and I've been told mixes of whether you get the SAA for getting the gun on the left or the right. So actually, I'm just going to load. I'm going to load this save because I've already completed the game twice on this save. I'm just going to check. Do I definitely have the SAA in my inventory? I always go for the one on the left. Voila. Weapon. Right, I don't have the SAA, so it is the one on the right. That would suggest I do have to... Well, tell you what then. See, well, because I already know that I don't have the SAA, what that means is if I get the achievement upon picking up what I think is the last weapon in the game, because the other thing with the SAA is you still get given the SAA during the game. Like, Ocelot gives it to you after Torture, so you still have it. So I don't think the SAA is a problem. The Patriot you're going to get regardless of what happens. So I don't think those weapons really matter. So we will load a new game plus save. We'll do it that way because I think that makes the most sense. Doesn't really make it. The only real difference it makes is you speed up the boss at the end slightly. We're not going to use the Patriot for anything. I don't think anything else really matters. I mean, this is a stepping stone towards an all collectibles run anyway. And for that run, it would be new game only. It wouldn't be new game plus. So I'm not actually that fussed either way. All right. But let's give this a go in 3, 2, 1, go.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Jack?
All right. So we do have a couple of weapons to get in the Virtuous mission. You might not think there's that many weapons available in the Virtuous mission, and there aren't. But there are 2 weapons that we're going to grab in the Virtuous mission, and the advantage of getting them in the Virtuous mission now is that means we've got them, and they're not going to appear in my inventory during Operation Snake Eater, so it's 2 weapons that I don't then have to scroll through again later. But also, the act of going and getting them is easier. I looked up all of the locations of all of the weapons, and basically, there's a couple that I actually went into game and routed and considered. Splitter's not splitting. What have I done? What have I done wrong? Split's still switched off. That's why. For this layout, I've still got split switched off. Right. Also, I've been meaning to do this for ages. I'm going to do it now since we're on brand new splits and it's not going to matter. Scriptable auto splitter. Other splits. Untick backpack. Edit splits. Retrieve backpack. Remove segment. I do not know why I've always kept retrieve backpack on as a split. Makes no sense. So there. I should probably do a new save for my splits because I haven't done that yet, and I don't want to save over my old ones. Right. Let's give this a go. I also have someone on Vertical saying hi and hello. For some reason, that's not coming through on. For some reason, that's not coming through on my channel, so apologies for that. I don't know why. It says I'm monitoring 2. It says I'm monitoring 2. It's coming through for me now. Okay. That's okay. We sorted it. We sorted it. And then sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good that we have to restart. And where's... Is it that one? No, how do I... Well, look at my bloody stream. Oh, I know why. Not in the live section. Sorry, folks. Right, there we go. Does that actually come through as message deleted on there? It does. That's good, because I don't think it did that with my old one. Right, get rid of that piece of shit. Right, let's try this again. Take a death. Start over with splits enabled and everything working correctly. Oh. It is very... Oh, I should turn some fans on. Alexa, turn on the studio fan. Ah. I have a fan in front of me and a fan behind me, and it's glorious. Right. How's everybody doing today? Everyone have a good weekend. 35 degrees. Nice. According to my fan behind me, it's 27 degrees in here. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Right, 3, 2, 1, go!
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
Apparently we're not getting the start today. Never mind.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Heidi and I had a very busy weekend. Heidi, apart from this room, Heidi completely cleaned and tidied the entire house. I still have this room to do. But I decorated our downstairs toilet because we were sick and tired of it. It looked horrible. Hey, look, Jovan. And we wanted to show up our my in-laws. My mother-in-law sent Heidi a message saying that she thought the house was icky, and she was going to pay for us to have a cleaner come in. We're like, no, that's ridiculous. So we just blitzed the whole house in a weekend. That's how I decorated the bathroom to boot. Oh, I haven't got my thingy up. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where all my weapons are. Try and very quickly do it during. Okay, wasted a very small amount of time tabbing back to the correct one. But we're good, which is good because our very first weapon pickup is going to be in the next room. Don't love it now. Ciao. And then here we're going to drop down here because here is the SM, that one. And if you didn't know, you can roll that. Next out, I think I've updated it. Type exclamation mark ASC, and it should tell you. I'm pretty sure I've updated it. Right, here in Razvet, we've got another one. Ah, damn it, I hadn't updated it. Sorry. We're going to Brighton in November. Shit, it's not there. The M37's in here somewhere. Where's the M37? The M37 should be in here. I thought it was up there. Where is it? What's that? Oh, life meds are there. That's... Oh, no, I'd already figured out life meds. Where's the M37? I got told it was in here during the Virtuous mission. Is it around the back? Is it on the roof? I think it doesn't actually make that much sense. It doesn't actually make that much sense for the M37 to be in here. I'm sure the guide I checked out said that the M37's in here. As I say, it doesn't actually make that much sense. Bonjour. It doesn't actually make that much sense for it to be in here because, like, you'd get it and then you'd have no use for it. We are going to reset. But, say, I got told the M37's in here during this bit. We're going to get the AK. We're going to get the AK-47 in here during Operation Snake Eater. I was under the impression the M30... Fuck, it's there. Damn it, I knew that as well. I bloody checked this yesterday. Idiot. Right, try this again. Once more we're feeling. It still doesn't make much sense for the M37 to be there because you pick it up and then you don't use it. Because it's the end of the Virtuous mission and nothing you collect in the... Oh, hey Deagle.
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
It's your own brother. I'd point a weapon at my own brother. Right. Third time's the charm. 3, 2, 1, go!
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
How many times have I heard David Hayter say that? At this point. Who frickin' knows? Too many. Probably. Too many times. Ah, put my back up against the tree. I hate when I do that. How you doing, Deagle? Oh, hey, Delphine. No, no, I'm saying you need to pick it up just the once. Hey, Delphina Plaza guy. We should compare. We should definitely compare 100% runs because that's what I'm. It depends what you mean by 100% because I'm calling it all collectibles rather than 100%. So it depends what you mean by 100%. But if we're both working towards this, then we should definitely make sure we're both on the same page as to what 100% means. Because there is already an all achievement speedrun, but no, I don't want to do that. Because all achievements is a pain in the butt. Partly because all achievements requires Foxhound, but there's also loads of other silly little things that you have to do for all achievements. I don't want that. I want all collectibles. So for me, all collectibles is all keratins, all plants and animals, all weapons, all equipment, and all camos. All collectibles and platinum together. So you are going for Don't fall off. So you are going for all achievements. So the biggest issue with that is it requires Foxhound. So it has to be done on the European extra, because as I just said, that's pretty much just all achievements, but with an extra little bit. Whoops, I want to go this way. Okay, I've remembered now.
Who's that? Radio, call HQ.
Boom! Screwed it up again.
Is that him?
That's it. But we're going to start again, because I'm not taking a huge loss like that. Just need to stop messing around and remember where I'm going and what I'm doing. Blah, blah. I don't think what other really, really annoying things are there as part of it. Kill the end before the boss battle. So presumably you kill the end, then take a death, and then not kill the end. Things like poisoning a guard. It's not that difficult. Catch a glimpse of Ocelot. It also means you got to watch the cutscenes where you, oh yeah, CQC slit an enemy's throat. You're not going to get Foxhound if you do that. Ask Heidi to check. Oh, Heidi didn't check Discord very often, but yeah, I'll certainly ask her to. This is why I want to do an all collectibles speedrun, because there's also this stuff in all achievements that, like, as a web, all equipment doesn't count for all achievements. M16 might be faster to get outside the lab. M16. Oh, XM16E1. Yeah, but the problem with that is you gotta go all the way over into that corner, into the hut, and to the hut and out again. And there is something else in that hut. There's another item in that hut to collect, which I'd routed somewhere else. Can't remember which one it is. It might have been equipment rather than weapons. The other advantage of is it TNT? Oh, TNT you get when you grab the RPG anyway. The other advantage of getting the M16 early. Two reasons for getting the M16 early. One, it then doesn't appear in your inventory later on. During Operation Snake Eater, so it's one less thing to have to tick past every time. The other one is for what I'm going for all collectibles. My suggestion is you don't have to collect anything that you already have in your inventory. You just have to have it. So, for example, you don't need to pick up a Mark 22 suppressor, and you don't need to pick up an M1911A1, whatever the bloody hell that weapon's called, suppressor, because you already have them. The same way, I don't think you have to pick up a battery because you already have batteries, but that one's a little contentious. I don't know. However, the M16 does not have a suppressor by default. So my argument is you do need to pick up a suppressor. However, you could easily route suppressors in, but you can grab a suppressor in Razvet during the Virtuous mission. plants, then that gets that out of the way. You don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game, and it's out of your inventory. I think also for all collectibles, there's something else down there in Dollar Nova that I've routed. I can't tell. I can't see because I've got equipment on a different tab. I'm sure I'd routed something else. I think Pentazamin is down there. So that's another one, for example. I'm not saying that you have to get all of the I'm not saying that you have to get all of the first aid equipment. You obviously have to get all of the the plants, because that's part of all plants and animals. Oh, that's cool. I never heard about that. Yeah, so obviously you have to get the 4 plants that make up that give you medicinal items, but you don't have to get the all of the other things because they're already done it again. Cool, that's fine. That's fine. I'll keep going from there. Yeah, we'll keep going from there. I'm happy with that. I got the M37. That was the important thing. I did pick up the M37, right? I'm gonna double check because I'm actually concerned I didn't pick. I did pick it up. That's fine. That's fine. I was concerned then that I got so distracted by the guards and stuff that I forgot to actually pick it up. Yay! Nice. I haven't got any plans to play Halo yet. I'd like to at some point. I never actually finished Halo 1, so playing Halo Combat... I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, this one by far. Delta was good, but this one's much better. It's a better speedrun as well. The main problem with Delta speedruns is you have to roll everywhere. The fastest way of moving is by rolling, so you're just spending all game rolling, and it's really boring. That's not, as I say, that's not to say that I dislike Delta. I do want to go back to Delta speedrunning at some point. Just not at the moment. I have also got a marathon run this weekend for this version. It is European Extreme, so I will be doing some speedrun practice for that run on Thursday stream. Doing a any % Euro Extreme, and then an All Keratons Euro Extreme, because there is a donation incentive to upgrade it to All Keratons. As there usually is. Thanks, dude. So don't need to go down there this time. In All Collectibles, we would go down there because that's where the raindrop camo is. And maybe a piece of equipment. Right, here in Razvet, we want to get the AK-47. But I'm going to grab it after the Ocelot unit. Because it's at the top of the stairs. And we get placed right next to the stairs when we finish the fight. So it's a bit quicker to go and do it that way. Thermal goggles are in there. Mine detectors in here as well. Ah. Oh, only 6 enemies killed. Or only 6 enemies. I didn't get the guy on the roof. There we go. Got him now. What's happened to my split? Why do my splits suggest I'm still in Dramucci North? They are still working, but something's been missed. Not quite sure why. Right, nothing for a little... nothing until Ocelot now. I don't know why my splits weren't splitting. If I'd removed something. Or should I pass south? No, everything they're working now, so I don't know what was missing. That's not very helpful for the future. Not sure if Delfino Plaza guy's not still here. I'm really not sure about the idea of 100% being platinum. It's like, it's already all collectibles. Yeah, the final time that counts. As long as the load and remove time splits correctly, that's the important bit. Ooh. Well, Delfino Plaza guys, this... What? Oh. Well, Delfino Plaza guys described just isn't, for me, isn't different enough from just all achievements, which already exists. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Right. In here, I do want to try and grab grenades. Because I figured this was the best opportunity to grab grenades. Unfortunately, I've screwed this up a little bit. Where is he?
I felt that. From that range, huh? Not bad, eh?
Okay, bit of a mess there, but got through it eventually. Now, grabbing the M37... Oh, hang on. No. Forgot. Grabbing the M37 in Razvet is really important because it means we don't have to grab it in the next cave. In here, we want the torch and the WP grenades, the white phosphorus grenades. There are other places to get the white phosphorus grenades, but it's there. And I believe the torch counts, because it is a weapon. You can attack people with it. But I've seen some... I've looked at various different guides just to double check that I got everything. And some guides included the torch and some didn't. Oh, I got bit by that snake. That can happen if you don't come in here exactly like straight away. Right, we're in the next room. We're going to get smoke grenades. Nice. Oh, so there's one weapon that we're not going to get throughout the run. Oh yeah, the M37 for Operation Snake Eater is round the other section of the cave here. So yeah, that's the main reason we go for the M37 in Virtuous Mission. All right. Ooh, nice. Isn't very good. Nice. That was a good finish. Never quite sure whether it's quicker to dive or not up for that bit. All right. We're next room is the next item. So yeah, we do need to get every single type of grenade except stun grenades, because we start with stun grenades in Operation Snake Eater. Basically, by the end of this run, I have the all weapons achievement, then everything's been done correctly. Roll. Out of bounds. Right, Ponahove South. So in here are chaff grenades. There are not many chaff grenades in the game. I might have to come up for air. There's the chaff grenades. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up early. That's annoying. Oh no, I saw one. No, I don't know. I don't need the easy gun. That wasn't necessary. That's not how you need to do this room on this difficulty. We don't need to grab any more stun grenades. We're fine. Those. Okay, this is just worth checking. Oh, also those are the night vision goggles. I thought the night vision goggles were in here. What's in here? Oh, is in here thermal goggles if you don't pick them up in... I'm just going to check. I know this is taking me out of the way a little bit. Is this thermal goggles if you don't pick them up in... Ah, right, I might change where I pick up thermal goggles now. I was going to pick them up in... I was going to pick up thermal goggles in Razvet, but that's... In all achievements, that would be quicker. Ooh. We just want the mousetrap there. That's our one and only mousetrap of the run. Again, something hasn't split. Why are my splits not working properly, or has something else happened? I'm gonna have to check them at some point and see if I'm missing a bunch. Was there another pack? Could be. It seems that it's weird that some of them would work, but not others. Right. Well, I've got mousetrap. Oh, so next up we'll just go for the handkerchief and. Yeah. Next up, handkerchief and cigar gas spray. So the what Delphina Plaza guy was saying is that the M16 is in a weapons hut around that corner, beyond that tree. So all the way over there. Which is for me a little out of the way. And as I say, for all collectibles, I'm pretty sure the Pentasamin is in Dollar Noveno, where the M16 is in where the M16 is in the Virtuous mission. So that's why I'm going for it there instead. Alright, we want the cigar gas spray. A little awkward. I wonder if we might be better off getting the cigar gas spray on the way back. Just because of that. Handkerchief. We want the handkerchief anyway, because it's very easy difficulty. Alright, out we go. So next up is the book. Because I believe I don't know exactly what the achievement considers weapons, but for me, any item that is equipable as a weapon, except for food items, because you can equip any food item as a weapon, but they're obviously not weapons; they're food. Any items that you can put in your weapons menu, I am assuming is a weapon that I need to equip. So that's why torch, book, all of the grenades. Right, bring them over.
He wasn't dead after all.
All right, so next up is the book, which is in Svatgorny South. I don't think I've got boss splits switched on.
I don't think I saw her. I don't think I saw something. Who was that?
Yeah, I think I've got boss splits switched off. That's where I'm going wrong. All right, so in here there should be the book. Can't remember exactly where it is in here, so I'll be wandering around, but it's a very small room. I think, oh, it's right, oh, there we go, it's right there. That's a very easy book. Like, during what I'm hoping will be all collectibles, this room is like one of the busiest rooms in the game. In this room, we will get the Tiknagorji. Tiknagorji is an area. The Tsukinoko. And a load of other animals, plants. The book now adds on to it. There's so much. Don't think I want anything else now until the Mosin Nagant. You can get. Ideally, you want to get over that without having to do the little drop down. Into Sacramento South. No, this is suggesting I'm still in. Oh, idiot! Not that at all. I'm using my keratin splits.
Last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
Oh God! Oh, he knows where I am now as well. Okay, yeah, I've completely screwed all of this up. So we are gonna reset. I'm gonna sort out my splits because yeah, I'm using my freaking keratin splits. Hi, Cosmic. Right, we're gonna try this again after I've fixed this. Right, open splits. Why did I decide to use my keratin splits? That's a really stupid idea. Right, I don't want to save my splits. Right, it's going to look a bit odd for a second. Open layout, 2026 layout. Edit splits. Character extensions. All weapons. Use layout 2026. Clear history. Clear times. Clear summer best. Remove retrieve backpack. I don't want it anymore. Annoys me. I don't know why I have it on. Should add on that this is PC. To at least state that this is the PC version. Okay. That's all okay. And then in my layout, I just want to make sure that retrieve backpack is already unticked. Okay. Compare against personal best, game time. Okay, I think we're good. Hi, Happy Dude. And hi, Ash. I'm just going to say Ash. Hi, Ash. I'm going to just change the last split name to, instead of do we really have to watch this, to all weapons. Right. Save splits as. Overwrite that one. Right. We know where we've gone wrong. I'm not going to get bitten by a freaking snake and leave it this time. We should be good. We should be good. Was this fourth attempt just to get started? Right. Come on. We're going to do it this time. No messing about. Let's just get on with it. 3, 2, 1, go.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two,
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. I don't do a very good snake snake impersonation. Grab battle. That's the best you're getting from me. All right, off we go from the beginning. Here we go again. Oh, okay, we're gonna roll down there. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Bidoo-ba-doo-doo. I'm wondering, however, whether Delfino Plaza Guy might be right about getting the M16. See, it's only that the suppressor's then really easy to go. Oh, actually, I think the suppressor's upstairs, so then I have to go back upstairs. Yeah, maybe it isn't. Maybe getting it in that weapons hut is better. What do you guys think? Get the M16 in the Virtuous mission under the bridge, or get it in Operation Snake Eater in the lab weapon hut? Which do you think would be faster? Ash reckons Virtuous mission. Say the other reason specifically for getting it in the Virtuous mission is when I work out this All Collectibles run. Cool. Oh, hi. I realize who you are now. It's because the Pentasamin is there. So during an All Collectibles run where you need to grab all equipment and stuff, then that's where you get Pentasamin from. That was really quick, actually. Yeah, I agree, actually. I do think that's quicker. Alright, can I do this without getting spotted this time?
Who's that? Radio, call HQ.
No, apparently I can't. But that should be done. Yeah, there we go. We're good now. Okay. Slight loss, but not a huge one. Anyway, we've got the M37. We're good. We're done we're done with everything in the Virtuous mission. I need to figure out a way of doing that without getting spotted. It's not a huge time loss, but it should be doable without being spotted. Oh, probably by equipping the easy gun. The easy gun would probably do it. So yeah, here that menu there, that's the reason why I don't think an All Collectibles run needs you to get all of the medical equipment, because you already have it all. That was stupid. Right, next item is the AK-47, which we'll grab after the Ocelot unit. Which there's a time save there as well, because not that we're playing against the same splits. It is nice playing on VE for a change and just being able to breeze through everything rather than having to go really ham. I really like playing on harder difficulties, but sometimes it is just nice just to not have to worry, sit back, relax, and enjoy just blasting and running. Very handy for routing as well. I don't think I want to do all of the different categories on European Extreme. But I think eventually I'd want to try and do yes, okay, that's fine. The mine detector is available before the fight. You can also pick it up during the fight. Ah, 6. Oh no, that's 5. Oh damn! I didn't need to equip the easy gun. It changed to 5 later than I anticipated. Right. So this is why we grabbed the AK-47 after the fight, because we're right next to the stairs. Just roll. What's that? Bug juice. Oh, I could also grab bug juice there. I already have a point for bug juice. Bug juice, like pentazemin. Thanks, Vegas Kaiser. Bug juice, like pentazemin, is not a healing item. It appears in your item list. So bug juice is something for all collectibles that I say you have to have. So there's two. There's bug juice. There's 2. Now that I've remembered that one exists, there's 2 really, really easy pickups for bug juice. In fact, that one's probably easier because the other one you have to try and grab it in the dark. During all collectibles, we'd actually grab grenades in Shawnee Prod. Wouldn't grab them during the Ocelot fight. During the Ocelot fight, you're going to want to get the King Cobra. But in a normal any percent run, or well, this run as well, we don't go anywhere near the grenades. But we would in an all collectibles run because we've got to go get the croc cap. So yeah, grenades is the only item that varies between. I think will vary between all weapons and all collectibles. I don't think I've missed anything. No, all good. Okay, this is better than last time. I've remembered what I'm doing. Damn it! Screwed it up again.
You're all talk, huh? You won't get away from me! Nice shot. Grenade! Not bad.
Oh well, I got the grenades, so that's the important bit. Damn. I didn't have that much problem with the King Cobra in Mark or rank. Didn't seem to screw the fight up. Maybe I need to because actually I go over and grab the King Cobra after the second stun grenade. After the first stun grenade, you shoot the King Cobra, and after the second stun grenade, you go and pick it up. So maybe I want to be maybe I want to be picking up the grenades after the second one. If that's where I'm going wrong. Anyway, we've got the torch, we've got the white phosphorus grenades. Didn't get bitten by that snake this time, so that's an improvement. I guess the other easy grab bug juice is there. I don't actually run past it. Yeah, I'm going to change where I grab bug juice. It was really easy to miss there. In here, we want smoke grenades. We'd have to go down there to get the M37 if we wanted it in Operation Snake Eater, which is why we go for it in Razvet in the Virtuous mission. Because that route is a real pain in the butt. Right. Pain time. Oh my god, I hate his hitbox. I really do hate the Pain's hitbox. Okay, second time round was better. Another piece of equipment that that I've pointed out during this run is the mine detector is available in Razvet. During you can get it before, during, or after the Ocelot unit fight. It is also available in here, but I do think it's better in Razvet. It's no, not there. There's a little ledge there. That's the mine detector. But yeah, grabbing it in Razvet's quicker than having to climb up and jump down from that ledge. As you probably tell, I've been doing a lot of theory crafting on this over the last couple of days. Alright, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Probably attempt Mark Eriton. Actually, I don't need to attempt Mark Eriton. If I just do this all collectibles, then that counts as Mark Eriton as well. We want chaff grenades. There's without a doubt the easiest place to grab chaff grenades from. There we go. I got the fast version of this room now, where you just shoot that barrel once. Out of my way. There we go. Right, we're back on the normal any percent version of warehouse exterior. Not going to waste time grabbing the thermal goggles this time. Do need to remember to update my spreadsheet. Great, getting the thermal goggles in here. Mouse trap. Bonk. I love bonking that guard there. There are a couple of weapons in here. I think the book's in here, and I think there's some more. There's some other grenades in here. But they're all quite out of the way. Ooh, that was nice. I don't usually roll there. Right, next up we've got handkerchief and cigar gas spray, which are both downstairs. We'll try my idea of getting the cigar gas spray on the way out this time, because on the first attempt I got it on the way in, and there's an officer in there who's a little bit in the way. So we're going to try getting it on the way out. He might still be in the way on the way out. I don't know. But it's also safer. It's also safer to get it on the way out because on the way in, if we get an alert, then we're going to take a continue. But on the way out, it doesn't matter. So, we'll ignore him. Still take him out so he doesn't get in the way. Handkerchief. Cool. Now we want the cigar gas spray on the way back. It might not make a difference. Rolling there is not ideal, but as I say, in either case, it's still safer to get them on the way back. If someone heard that, or you screw it up, you don't want to get an alert on the way in. Right, we are now good. I got the mouse trap. Cigar gas spray. Book is next. Roll. Don't use the Patriot here because it involved going into the inventory and getting it out.
What? He wasn't dead after all.
Oof. Okay, don't do that in first person. That was really stupid. Yeah, definitely not going to do that in first person again. Roll.
I think I saw something.
So in this next room, we want to grab the book. Yes, you are seeing things. Roll. Diddle 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 diddle. Grab the book. Really, that's a really nice, easy book. Don't mind that at all. And then next weapon is the Mosin Nagant. We're going to get it from the end, as we almost always do. Can't really think of any categories where we wouldn't. Yeah, that wasn't a very good roll. I got plenty of stamina this time, so I'm not going to get taken out by him, and I'm going to be able to aim at him, which, you know, that helps as well. This is Parrot. We're getting Markor. No! Ah! Damn it! Didn't shoot him in the head. Should have just throw two stun grenades. Damn it. I've gotten better at this fight. That was really annoying. That's a really, really annoying error. There we go. That was poor. That should have been so much better. Right, backpack. Bubble box A. Oh, I don't know why I went... Oh, Mosin the gun. Thank you for lurking, Cosmic. Will we get the angel heal? All right, Mosin the Gaunt got. Next up, we're going to grab the RPG and the TNT. So yeah, slight variation from a normal run. We always get the RPG 7 here, but now we're going to make sure we grab the TNT at the same time. Cheers, everyone. Oh, yes, I am using a McDonald's World Cup cup. Can't see it very well because of the glare from my light. This is Son from Japan, I think. Oh yeah, that's a point. Over the weekend, we also had 2 football matches. The third place match between France and England, and then the World Cup final between Spain and the team who should be banned from the next World Cup. I didn't watch the Spain... I watched the last 10-15 minutes of the Spain-Argentina game. I listened to a bit of it, but I wasn't... but I was busy decorating, so I didn't watch it until the very end. I thought it was disgusting. I thought Argentina were disgusting, their behaviour throughout, particularly at the end. It was only. I thought it was very fitting that they lost because a player got sent off. Very deservedly so. Should have happened a lot sooner in the competition. That England-France game. Oh wow. 6-4. That was a mental game. Like, I've never seen a game of football quite like that. Particularly with the way it flopped. It sort of flip-flopped. I've still got 1 stun grenade, so I don't need to grab any more. So I got 1. Yeah, the way that game flip-flopped. You know, for England to be 4-0 up at half-time and then just completely fall apart in the second half. It was so weird. Again, I listened to most of that game rather than watched it because I was decorating. It was a very fun match. I'm celebrating the World Cup next week. My next episode of Fast Travel is going to be a World Cup special. Right, so we want the RPG-7 and we want the TNT. It does, yeah, and that's what made it so much more interesting. You know, there was goals, there was stuff happening. By comparison, from what I saw and heard, the Argentina-Spain game was really boring until the very end. Right, I got the TNT and I got the RPG. Oh, I know. The next weapon we're gonna get is in here. Yeah, anyway, go back to my so fast travel next Friday. It's not this Friday / Saturday. Next Friday / Saturday. I have got lined up a runner from Argentina, a runner from Spain, and a runner from France. I'm obviously English, so I represent England. And yeah, that is the plan for the episodes. There we go, claymores. We grab the claymores from there. We're nearly done. There's only 3 more items to get. 3 more weapons to get. Hopefully, as soon as I get, I'm assuming once I get the last one, I'll get the achievement there and then. That's what I'm hoping for. But if not, if I don't get the achievement there and then I'm going to make sure I get the SAA on the right rather than the left, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I finalized the episode today with the runners and the games, which I'll reveal shortly. I'm going to focus on this for a second. What? He didn't fall over. Did I not hit him 3 times? I'm dead. Wow. That was so weird.
My suit!
Oh, what? Holy shit, This is horrible. What the frick is happening with this fire?
Are you ready for this? Eat! Nice. My suit's been ripped.
He's just flying off straight away. I'm getting such bad RNG. Finally! That was awful. That was bloody awful. I have not had a fury that difficult in a very, very long time. I really should have healed myself as well, because I've got no stamina either. In fact, I think I'm going to do that now. Because actually, I need to make a quick shot in a second. That was bizarre. Yeah. I've not struggled with the Fury like that in a very long time. Oh yeah, I'm going to go into this with no bloody stamina. Well, here goes nothing. I've got to try and shoot Rykov quickly. Oh, I'm on a caution now as well. I've well and truly screwed the end of this run up. Right, we're gonna take a continue. Later, dude. Right. There's a scorpion. Oh! With all guns blazing, collect every type of weapon. I'm still missing a gun, though. Oh, this way. I got the achievement, but I haven't picked up the M63 yet. I shouldn't have the achievement yet. But that does confirm that the SAA and the Patriot don't count. Unless when it means pick up every type of gun, it means something. It means something else. Oh, what am I doing? Mask. By the way, the other way of grabbing the scorpion there is to get the Rykov uniform, and then that grants you access to that room. But I did some testing. I did take a couple of videos last night to try it out. And as long as you do it correctly and well, it is slightly faster to do that thing where you grab the guard instead. Yeah, actually, I'm still missing a bunch of... Unless this is something where it's not... Like, it's taken into consideration previous save files and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to get all of the weapons because we're still missing.
Stop it.
We're still missing two weapons. In fact, I'm still gonna grab the SAA on the right. Just no, the SAA shouldn't. No, the SAA shouldn't matter because we get it after this cutscene. We have it in our inventory, but there's still the fork. I haven't picked up the fork yet. But yeah, the M63, that doesn't make sense. Unless the achievement is pick up every type of weapon. So is it like I need to have a pistol, a submachine gun, which is what the Scorpion is, an assault rifle? The M63 is a machine gun. I don't know. I don't quite get why I've got the achievement. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I've got the achievement. I'm still gonna get the other two weapons that I need. And as a result of having the achievement, I'm gonna say that having the SAA, the SAA and the Patriot are just... The Patriot doesn't matter. When we do All Collectibles, it's going to be on New Game. We're going to complete the game and get the Patriot. So it doesn't. The Patriot doesn't matter. The SAA, I'm gonna. The SAA, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters whether we get the left gun or the right gun, because we've had it in our inventory during the game, and it's not one that we have to. It's not one that you can collect. Well, you can collect it in game because you pick up the one on the. Maybe I say you do have to pick. I don't know. I wouldn't want an entire run to die just because I pick up the wrong gun. I don't know. I'll have to ask some people and see what everyone thinks. Well, but let me know what you think. Should we be picking up the SAA on the right? There we go. There's the fork. So I still don't quite understand why I've been granted the achievement. I mean, the fork, maybe you could argue, doesn't count. It is a weapon, but it's not like a proper weapon, so maybe the fork doesn't count. But the M63 absolutely should count as a weapon. I don't understand why I've been granted the achievement. The only thing I can think of is that it's not that you have to get them all in one run, is you have to get them all on one save file. And for some reason, I have them on this save file in a previous run. For the purposes of the speed run, I'm gonna get them all. Just for the purposes of this speed run, just to be on the safe side, I am gonna get the SAA on the right. Yeah, got the dog. The M63, by the way, is in a hut just over there. You can't. I don't think you can get it anywhere else. I think I probably will do when I do get around to doing this all collectibles, is use Steam Achievement Manager to get rid of a couple of things so that it can easily be tracked. Ugh. Bloody hell, it's been a while since I've had a bot in here. What am I doing right to get a bot? Or what's Twitch doing wrong for me to now get a bot? Well, hey!
A message from Irish Wolf TV, who has now subscribed on Twitch for 16 months.
Thank you very much, Irish Wolf TV, for your resub. It's very kind of you. Oh, I'm supposed to. Damn it! I was supposed to use the handkerchief here, but I've forgotten. It might still be quicker to use the handkerchief, but I can't be asked now. We're just gonna wait now. Dumbass. He's been doing all sorts of stuff with the Sorrow lately. Like in all camos, you go down the end of the river. And yeah, in all camos, you go down to the other end of the river. In the console run that I did, the last run I did before this one, you don't need to use anything because you're on IGT, and the IGT doesn't count during the Sorrow fight. So this run could definitely be a lot better. Forgot about the Sorrow. End took 2 attempts. Rykov was a mess. But hey, it doesn't matter, really. All right, one more thing. I mean, the stream won't be over when I finish this. We could do this run again and try and improve it. I also hate AIM's RNG. I just thought we still got the SAA on us right now. Yeah, no, I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I've just realised, still got the SAA on me right now. We don't need to worry about the SAA at the end. We get given it. Yeah, I'm being stupid. Backpack. Bubble box B. Yep, single action army. It's in my equipment right now. We do not need to worry about it. Easy gun, put that away. SVD, Mosin Nagant, RPG, stun grenades. P3. Oh, it's much more difficult to do that. To do all of that. Right, like I said, even though I've apparently got the achievement, I don't understand why, we're still going to go and get it for the purposes of the speedrun. The M63 is in here. We don't normally get the M63. Oh. That's TNT. The, you can grab the... Okay, well that answers that question. We do not need to get the M16 in Dolanovo, because you just get it in there instead. Might have a look to see if there's a better place to get the Pentasm in now. There you go. Did not know that. So that's a time save. So I probably will end up doing this one again then. This is a fair bit of optimization that could be done in here. Oh. Right, I have now got all the weapons, so don't need to do anything else. Now we just need to finish the game. I guess the question now is if I know I'm gonna restart, if I know I'm gonna do this again, do we just call it here? Do we just end the run here and start again? Because there's nothing left to do. I've got all the weapons. There is... Bike chase is really long. There's not much to do. I guess the question, there's no guarantee. Well, Fury was all... I was going to say, there's no guarantee that my next run's going to be faster, but considering the end, Rykov and Fury were all atrocious, I'm pretty sure it'd be faster. So I think... I think... Oh, hey, Tom. I think reset's probably the right... Rather than sitting through all of this, yeah, let's reset this. We're going to take a break. And then, yeah, when we... Oh, that is working. Okay. And then when we come back, we will give this another go and see if we can get some decent stuff. Yeah. All right. Before we take the break... couple of points. So I said fast travel. I said that I'd say what games we've got. The games for the next episode of Fast Travel, if you weren't here earlier when I was talking about it, doing a World Cup celebration episode. on the next episode of Fast Travel, because considering the World Cup is all about different countries and collaboration between countries. I thought we'd celebrate with the World Cup celebration one. Couldn't have done it during the World Cup because I had no idea what countries I'd be doing, and my previous episode I had to plan like a month ago because it was the first episode after GDQ. But yeah, so the next episode of Fast Travel, we are having an Argentinian, a Spaniard, and a French runner. I obviously fill in the English run. So those are the 4 teams that reached the semi-finals of the World Cup. And I can't remember off the top of my head all their names, but I can tell you that the Spaniard is going to be running Neo 2. The French runner is going to be running Splinter Cell, which I'm really excited to see because I've always wanted to run Splinter Cell myself. So I'd be interested to see the run, to see whether I'd want to learn it. And the Argentinian is going to be running... I do like to just completely have games that just don't make sense together. You know, Neo 2, really sort of hard, hack and slash, brutal, lots of blood. Splinter Cell, stealth, edgy, lots of killing. They're very different styles of games, but they're still dark and edgy and all of that. Third game, A Hat in Time. So yeah, that's the next episode of Fast Travel. That is Friday the 31st of July or Saturday the 1st of August, depending on where in the world you are. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. The other one we talked about, the Albion Speedrun Collective. I still haven't updated the frickin' thing to the my chat command to say when it is. It's still saying that it's going to be announced soon. So I'm going to quickly look up the announcement just so that I get it right. So Albion Speedrun Collective will be... So Discord link. Oh, that's weird. Something's gone wrong there. No, I'm sorry. We are at Brighton Anime and Gaming Con the 21st to the 22nd of November. Yeah. That's going to be cool. See you all in a few. Alright folks, welcome back to Metal Gear Tuesday. We've kind of finished routing Metal Gear Solid 3, all weapons, and now we're going to go for a run. I just want to, just realised I need to update a couple of my bits on my spreadsheet. Oh, I pushed delete, so that started the timer. Oh, reset didn't come up, so that's okay. So yeah, let's jump back in. Welcome back. So I've moved the XM16E1, the M16, onto Grosso Grand Northwest, which also means I need to fix the suppressor for it. Oh, that's the only problem. In an All Collectibles run, there might not be a suppressor for it available later. Oh, I also wanted to move the thermal goggles to Ponahove warehouse. Oh, that was it. I need to move the night vision goggles to the exterior and the thermal goggles to the interior. Just going to hide those, and bug juice move to Razvet. Cool. And yes, Dolonovodno was where I was getting the Pentasamin. So I've got two, not getting the M16 in Dolonovodno. Potentially, I might, for All Collectibles, I might have to get the M16 in Dolonovodno. If All Collectibles means having to get the suppressor, I think it should, because the only other suppressors in the game are for the two pistols, and you get those by default, so you don't need to collect them, but you don't get the M16 suppressor by default, so I think you do need to get it. But it all depends if you can get an M16 suppressor that late in the run. I'd have to check and see. But anyway, that's not that important. What's important right now is that we are going for all weapons. Ba-dum-bum. So let's do this, and hopefully just do a better job overall. I'm no attempting to angel heal or anything like that. Freaking healing myself and doing it right. As soon as I finish the fight with the fear, curing both the leech and the venom poisoning. 3, 2, 1, go.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into
You
two.
want to do it
East and
right,
West.
right. Do it to
This
me.
marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Then hopefully, after I publish this and all of that, this might become a category extension. Still unsure about Delfino Plaza guy's idea for 100%. It just seems like all achievements, but with... It's basically all achievements, but with equipment tacked onto it. And it also, as I said, the whole reason why I want All Collectibles to be a thing is so that it can be ran on very easy and it can be fun and quick pace for anyone. Because you don't have, in all achievements, you have to get Foxhound. All achievements is not an accessible run. My idea for All Collectibles absolutely is. Right, we still want the M37 in Razvet. That's that doesn't change. The alternative to the M37 is far too out of the way. Ah, damn it. Still just had the alert as I went into there, so it skips the cutscene, but you start further back. And I believe starting further back is actually worse. Anyway, that's going to be a time save anyway. Oh yeah, I was about to say, why my time's not showing the delta? Because that's because I haven't actually got a PB yet to compare against. Right. Rip the.
What's wrong?
That's awkward. I really should just switch to the 3D cam for that. There we go. No having to deal with other guards or anything like that. We've got the M37. We can go. Hopefully that... that's still not a gold split, though. So I made a bit of a mess of it. What I should have done is I should have moved my best segments into the PB position so I could still compare times. Well, it doesn't really matter that much. There we go. Okay, it was a little messy, but we got there in the end. Cool, so we've got our one and only weapon in the Virtuous mission. And it's not until after the Ocelot unit that we get the next one. How you doing, Tom? Hope you're back from your smoke break in time. Gold split. Maybe I'd say, did I disable gold? I can't remember. I can't remember if I might have disabled gold splits. The start isn't working. The start alert isn't working either. The reset alert is working, but the start isn't. Well, that plugin's a bit broken. Always has been. Looks like we're getting a new version of OBS shortly. I think it's OBS 32.2. It's coming soon, which is going to be cool. It's got a new, got a really neat new way of doing of adding sources. Should be good enough. Yep, that's 5. Perfect. Right, now we want the AK. That's a really good Ocelot unit fight. It's got the AK. The live split doesn't have. I don't think live split has a Linux version, but somebody recently shared a different splitter that does work on all on all operating systems. Don't know about Streamlabs working on Linux. OBS works on Linux. There is a version of Linux for OBS. Ooh. Oh yeah, Ocelot was really bad during my first run as well. Yeah, grenade from Bolshoi from Ocelot is next. Hopefully we can improve that one. Yes, this is all weapons, which I'm working on to build up towards an all collectibles. Is Open Split the one that someone mentioned? I'm pretty sure it was in MGSR that I saw Open Split linked. If to remake every auto splitter from scratch. Ugh. Oh, whoops. That's weird. I know there's been work with LiveSplit to change auto splitting, because right now it's written in C#. There's two completely different platforms for splitting. The main one is that Open Split works on other. I do believe LiveSplit does work on Linux, but like keyboard shortcuts don't work, and global shortcuts don't work. Something like that. Right. I'm going to do this differently this time. I'm going to shoot him there. Throw the stun grenade over. Grab the grenade now. Okay, much better. Much better. Do it that way. Okay, that's WP, white phosphorus grenade and torch. Ooh. Turn around, because that was bad. You should have seen my previous attempt. Ooh, auto split for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The main issue with auto splitters being written in C# is you can get C# to do anything. So like for example, this auto splitter, the auto splitter for MGS3 PC, also allows you to have the dev menu and push buttons to reset the game and stuff like that, because as I say, because it's written in C#, it doesn't just have to run commands that are within LiveSplit. It can do other things. It can affect your game. You could write a virus into it if you really wanted to, if you had the know-how and knew what you were doing. We want smoke grenades in here. We're never going to use them, but there they are. So yeah, for security purposes, there is an effort to convert it to something else. I think that's LiveSplit 1, which is a web-based version of LiveSplit that's being developed. I've tried it out and I don't like it. Though that was ages ago, so it's probably changed a bit since I last looked at it. Oh, I really hate it when he does that. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does. Terrible pain fight. I can't remember if there's any other problems with LiveSplit on Linux. I know the main one is that global hotkeys don't work on Linux. So unless you've got an auto splitter, then then you can't split. But I don't know if there's also a problem with auto splitting on Linux. And as much as I've been tempted to change to Linux, I understand the problems with Windows and people don't like Windows, and Microsoft is not a particularly good company. For me, like I'm so set up, like I feel like, particularly because I stream regularly. Oh, they do. Okay, they do work. Because I stream regularly, and I have this whole setup for streaming and all of that. I just feel like if I swap to Linux, there's a danger that I'm going to completely screw up my stream setup, and that's the thing that I don't want. You know, I'm developing Speedrun Tools UK, which is primarily built for Windows. Trying to convert that to Linux. I do too much stuff that requires Windows to change. Unfortunately. You could do that. I definitely should try and... I mean, technically I do have another PC that's Linux, but it's a retro gaming... like retro emulator version of Linux that's installed. It's a Batocera that's installed on it, not a... It's not like Ubuntu or something like that. It's completely designed for emulation. Just gonna grab mousetrap, because that is a weapon. I don't know if the game considers it, but I do, so I'm doing it. Your university class requires kernel level anti-cheat. Wow. That's intense. I don't know if we have any League of Legends or Valorant fans watching, but I don't know if you heard recently that Riot Games have updated Vanguard, so it can now be switched on and off. You won't need to have it running from the start. Yeah, kernel level anti-cheat for a class. I mean, I get it. I suppose it also depends on what your class is. Yeah, I guess that's my next question. Oh, okay, cool. What is your degree in? I'm still gonna do the same again. I'm still gonna balls. I'm just gonna have to wait in here. The alerts go down really, really quickly. The evasion should go down pretty quickly as well. It's completely screwed that up. Did I actually grab the handkerchief? I think I did. There we go, the evasion's going now. Oh, what? Why did the evasion now stop going down so quickly? Well, that was a pain in the bum. 37 seconds wasted. Jeez. I did actually I do believe I did actually grab the handkerchief in the end. Yeah, it's not in there. Okay, maybe I start grabbing the handkerchief on the way back as well. Ugh, jeez. Man, my degree seems tame by comparison now. Then again, I didn't really need a computer for mine. Don't think I've missed anything. Did I get the chaff grenades in Ponahove? Why do I get the feeling I missed the chaff grenades in Ponahove South? I'll check at the end of this fight.
He wasn't dead after all.
I've got chaff grenades. Oh. Cool, I didn't forget the chaff grenades in Ponahove South. Good. Right, next up is the book. I don't think you get chaff grenades anywhere else. I must have, yeah, I remember to get them. That's why I really want a tracker for this, but a tracker needs to be built. That would require going into and looking up all of the, trying to find the, memory locations of all of the items, if that's even possible. I've tried doing memory stuff in MGS3 and I really struggle with it. I tried doing all keratins and couldn't do it. Yeah, I wanted an all keratins tracker, because I have because I have because I have StreamerBot connected to LiveSplit, I wanted to be able to, every time I do a split, for like a frog to come up on stream or something. What would make for an interesting? What would make for an interesting stream? Trying to find the memory locations of all of the items, because that would not be interesting. That would be really boring. Right, must remember to get stun grenades. Cool. That was a big time save. 46 seconds. I've considered doing streams. Ugh, why do I keep going that way? making the tracker would be, I imagine, would be interesting. Trying to find the memory locations would not be interesting. That would be really dull. I have considered doing development streams when I've been doing Speedrun Tours UK development, but never really got that far. Blindly take a look at IDs in the game files. Not a bad idea. Yeah, my method of finding memory locations is, yeah, boot up cheat engine, search for anything, go pick up an item, see what's changed. It's really slow and difficult. GameCube games are brilliant for making auto splitters and stuff like that, because Dolphin has its own version of cheat engine built in, and it makes it so easy to find memory locations. I say its own version of cheat. It's not cheat engine. It has memory locations in Dolphin. I did Lord of the Rings from scratch. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. I built that one from scratch, finding all the locations, and that was a doddle. Oh, that helps. Auto splitting for some games has gotten a lot easier lately, because the EMU helper that got developed, again, for GameCube is really easy and stuff like that now. You don't have to be doing memory pointers. EMU helper really fixes all of that. Yeah, anything that EMU helper supports means you don't have to worry about pointer chains anymore. Which, yeah, pointer chains are kind of the absolute bane of auto splitting. This is the bit I hated the most. What was nice was working on the auto splitters for Mini Ghost and Pampers and Celine, because for Mini Ghosts, no pointer chains were necessary. All of the memory locations were static. They never changed. And for Pampers and Celine, because I was working with the developer on it, I got the developer to put in a set of memory locations that was always, it wasn't necessarily static in that it was always in the same position, but there was always a series of memory code or something. I can't remember exactly how it works, which was always like in the same order. It was always the same values. And with the auto splitters, you can write something. I can't remember exactly how it works. You can write something which basically searches for that bit of memory first, and then you just offset beyond it. Yeah, being able to work with Unepic Fran on it was made life for Pampers so much easier. I still don't know whether that auto splitter works properly though. Plywood kept suggesting that it didn't work, and it kept getting double splits all the time. But I think that was down to not using it correctly. I'm not sure. Right, we've got another couple of weapons there. We've got the RPG and we got the TNT. You don't have to get the RPG there. You will get given the RPG automatically. But we always get it there in the speedrun, because if you get it given to you automatically during the bike chase, which means if you don't collect it there, you've got to go into your inventory and get it out during the bike chase, which isn't ideal. Our next weapon is in here. Got claymores in here to grab. Ooh. That's by far and away the easiest way of getting Claymore. No crawling over Claymores to try and pick one up. Nope, just grab a box of them there. Yes, quicker to grab from that hut and then than it is trying to put it into your inventory later. All right, compared against my previous run, even though I never finished that run, so we're not properly comparing times, but we'll see it in the gold split that I'm about to get. Assuming this isn't an absolute disaster like it was last run. I'm pretty sure it won't be.
Are you ready for this? Stop! My flame suit is ripped.
He's gonna shoot. Nice, we've got good RNG this time as well. And that is a 2 minute and 22 second time save. That is how badly I ballsed up the Fury on that previous run. Nearly 2.5 minutes saved. Good God. Next weapon very shortly. During the Rykov grab. I'm looking forward to Peace Walker as well. I will probably, with the Mass Collection, I will probably finally learn Peace Walker. And MGS3. Alright, we can do this properly now. So, shoot Rykov. Then turn this corner, grab this guard. Oh, managed to grab him right at the corner, really far away, and I didn't get an alert. Because doing that grants you access to here. Grab the Scorpion. That's the submachine gun, which is terrible. This is an awful weapon. And doing it that way is just slightly faster. Slightly faster. Then I think maximum is probably about 3 seconds. Actually, with the way I grabbed that guard, 3 seconds is probably about right for this. Yeah, that is quicker than grabbing Rykov, doing all of that, getting the uniform on, and going back down and back up again. Yay, good tanker. Yeah, that was also a heck of a lot quicker than my previous attempt. In that I didn't completely screw it up. Yeah. Our one and only glitch. It's so nice, we'll do it twice. Yep. Claw control. I've played through Peace Walker twice. I started playing it. First time I started playing it was the HD collection. It's one thing I haven't got. One thing I haven't got in my collection. I do not have a PSP copy of Peace Walker. I have the HD collection on Xbox 360 in physical format. I've got the HD version on my PS3 in digital format, but I've never actually owned the PSP version. But yeah, first time I ever played it was on my Xbox on that version. I never finished it. I really struggled because it doesn't translate well to console. You know, it was designed for pick up and play. It was designed for handheld, so I never felt like it worked that well on console. Then I finally I started a second playthrough. This was go back 2020, 2021. I decided to do a playthrough of, this was before I was speedrunning. I decided to do a full playthrough of every mainline game in the series on stream. Mate of mine suggested, why don't you just, you know, you're a big Metal Gear fan, why don't you play through every game in the series and show people it? I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then when I was done, I was like, I really enjoyed doing that. I want to keep playing Metal Gear. How else can I play Metal Gear? All right, let's try speedrunning. And now I'm here. Yeah, I finally completed Peace Walker for the first time on that stint. And then a couple of years ago, it was either last year or 2 years ago, I got my PlayStation Vita the first time, and I popped Peace Walker on there, and absolutely adored it. For me, there is no better way of playing Peace Walker than playing it on Vita, because there's a fan patch.
You're a tough one, but even you.
There's a fan patch so that you can use the second analog stick. It's still a little awkward, but it's so much easier. Right, we want the fork. 4.75. Yeah, the Vita, and I also played through Portable Ops and Portable Ops Plus again. On it, and again, fan patches for both of those, and they are the best way of playing those games. The Vita's fantastic. For me, the Vita is hands down the best handheld console I've ever had. It's just Sony just did not know what to do with it. Sony dropped the ball so hard on the Vita, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I own copies of I own copies of Portable Ops Plus, Acid 2. I never had the I've not got physical copies of the motion comics. I still stand by my claim. I have said that if MGS4 runs well on Switch 1 in handheld mode, I will speedrun it on Switch 1 in handheld mode. I will buy it on Switch, and I will I will have to set up some sort of camera. I'll have to set up some sort of camera system so that I can prove that I'm doing it in handheld. The other one coming to, so Master Collection Volume 2 is coming to Switch, Switch 2, Xbox Series S and X. Is it coming to PS4? Or is it just PS5? I'm pretty sure it's coming, it's PS4 and PS5. And of course PC. And we are getting Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and the bonus game this time round. And there's only the one bonus game. It does feel like it's not a very good collection. But the bonus game this time round is Ghost Babel, which is the Game Boy Color game, which is fantastic. Is also one of the best Game Boy Color games. Peace Walker on a Steam Deck would be really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, Peace Walker will play great on PC and on all the consoles. It's just, it was designed for a different audience. They are weird that they're skipping PS4, because Master Collection Volume 1 was on PS4, if I recall. I might be wrong there. I'm pretty sure it was, because I'm pretty sure actually originally Master Collection Volume 1 wasn't coming to PS4, it was only going to PS5, and there was backlash. And so so then they changed it and said it was going to PS4, but it'd be really weird. It'd be really weird if Master Collection Volume 2 went to Switch, but not PS4. Although it's about, well, I suppose actually that's because the Switch is the Switch 2 is the next generation, isn't it? It's Switch PS5, not Switch 2 PS5. All right, we have our final 2 weapons to get in this room. It plays really well on... I play Phantom Pain on keyboard and mouse. Cardboard box B. No, don't want that. No. I don't need that, actually. We need that, that. That's it. Yeah, I played Phantom... I think I played Phantom Pain on PC with keyboard and mouse. Pretty sure I did. No, I didn't. I played it on... No, I started playing it on keyboard and mouse, but I hated the horse control, so I think I swapped to controller. There we go. So that's the M16 and the M63. I didn't see a suppressor in there. So those are the last 2 weapons. So I found out last run, the M63, the M16 is in there. That is the 3rd opportunity we have to get that weapon. Disc swap dialogue. I don't know what they'll do. Will they have got Christopher Randolph back in? Or, knowing Konami, they probably just use AI. Yeah, just to say, oh, right, we're on PlayStation 5. Oh, right, we're on Switch. Oh, right, we're on PC. Well, can I be doing it in-house? I can't remember who it is who's actually doing it. Nice, got him in one go there. Right, we can take a break now. Don't need to do anything in this room. But we're done. All we've got to do now is finish the game. This has been so much better. I'm glad we stopped at this point last run and just decided to start again and just get it done. I'm trying to think if there was anything else in... There wasn't anything in Master Collection Volume 1 that matched that, was there?
Watch out!
Like, they still did the disc swap in MGS1, but it was just that animation. That was easy enough. But there isn't really any references or voice lines that needed changing for that, is there? And MGS3 is very, very quick. Particularly on very easy difficulty. If it was European Extreme, it slows down a chunk. But you know, since Master Collection Volume 1 came out, MGS3 is so accessible. That was always the biggest problem with MGS3 for a very, very long time. The only reason why MGS3 was not a very popular speedrun is because it was really inaccessible. For the longest time, basically until the Master Collection came out, the best way of speedrunning MGS3 was to run the Xbox 360 version on an Xbox Series S or X. And yes, that is the only reason I bought my Xbox Series S. I have played other things on it. I've 100%ed Phantom Pain on this bad boy. But that was the primary reason I bought an Xbox Series S. So that I could speedrun MGS3 in the best way possible. Before the Xbox, when I first started, doing MGS3 speedruns, I learnt it on PS3. Because before the Xbox Series S came out, or if you didn't have an Xbox Series S, PS3. I made a mess of that, didn't I? That slowed down. The Master Collection didn't change everything. In fact, actually, the Master Collection only changed MGS3 as far as speedrunning is concerned. MGS1 console, which is what Master Collection is still fastest on a PSTV. MGS2 console. I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure really what happened with MGS2. I don't think anyone runs it on... Anyone really runs it on Master... I imagine Master Collection... Master Collection is probably better on console for Master Collection now, actually. So that probably was better. But by far and away, if you're running MGS2, still the best way of running MGS2 is the original PC port of Substance, because it's still faster, and I prefer running the Master Collection version of MGS2. I prefer speedrunning that version because I just think it's better. It looks nicer, it plays better, but it's not as fast. Loading times are incorporated in. I think. Actually, I don't know. No, loading remove time should be. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to MGS2. It is probably my least favourite in the series to speedrun that I've learnt so far. And I've speedrun Survive. That's the one problem with speedrunning MGS1 on a PSTV. There is a slight bit of input lag, but once you've done it enough times, you deal with it. It's not too much of a problem. I can't say I'm looking forward to learning MGS4. I still think MGS4 looks like a really boring speedrun. I do want to learn. In fact, as I've said before, once I've learned MGS4, I have learned every game in the anthology, and I can do the anthology speedrun. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 Ground Zeroes, but only the Ground Zeroes mission, and then Phantom Pain, but only Chapter 1. That is a 9-hour speedrun. Thankfully, it doesn't include Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Okay, I'm going to wait for the skid now. That's a little slower than it could have been. Didn't do a very good job of that. Right, break time. YouTube video idea. Can you beat the anthology in less time than MGS4's cutscenes?
Pick him out!
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I've always maintained with MGS4 that MGS4 for me had the best first playthrough experience. I loved my first ever playthrough of MGS4, and I still think for a first playthrough it hit me the hardest. It was the most enjoyable. And I just loved the experience, but it sucks playing it over and over again. Is way more linear than it looks.
It's an ambush!
I don't know why I'm now just randomly shooting a couple of guards. Phantom Pain, I enjoyed my first playthrough for all. I got hit twice with Phantom Pain. Like sort of proper feel, like not necessarily feels, but like firstly, I did not work out the twist. I had no idea, and then when it happened, I was like, oh my god, you are shitting me. But the main one for me, the main sort of reaction that I had to the game was after beating Sahelanthropus for the first time, and it plays through the credits, and then it says coming in Act 2, and I was like, what? We're not done yet. I was because I remember hearing all the criticism. There's like loads of criticism about the game feels unfinished and the story threads that don't play out and stuff like that. And so beat Sahelanthropus and got to the end and was like, yeah, I understand. I completely understand where all of that's coming from. Yeah, this does feel there's loads that hasn't, like what happens with Quiet and what happens with Liquid and all of that. There's so much stuff that's unresolved. This is but I've really enjoyed the game. So yeah, I accept the story criticism, but I've really enjoyed the game. It's been fantastic to play through, and yeah, really good game. Coming in Act 2. Shit. Hey, it's Paige. My biggest issue with Phantom Pain is that the Fox engine was just perfect, and it just went to waste afterwards. They did Ground Zeroes, they did Phantom Pain, they did Survive, which I love Survive, but it's shit. Don't get me wrong, it's awful, but I love it. It's like it's like it's not that it's so bad it's good. I just really enjoy it. For dumb reasons, and the speedrun's quite good. And the Fox engine was used for some Pro Evolution Soccer games, and that was it. Such a waste.
Snake, right!
Ah. Yeah, it was only for a few years. In fact, well, I say only for a few years. I think it was since after Phantom Pain came out, it was used for every version, and then obviously Pro Evolution Soccer died. Is it? Am I right in thinking that the football genre is pretty much dead now? Because I've seen like clips of the latest EA soccer or EA football, whatever it's called now, because they can't call it FIFA, and it's shocking. It's like awful. A football video game is just dead.
Let me have some more.
Now, if you want to play a football, I know there's a new football game coming out that looks pretty interesting. Completely different take on the genre. And of course, you've got Rocket League. I'm sorry, yeah, FIFA dropped the license. I don't know what the reason was, but yeah, FIFA stopped granting EA the license, so they're no longer called FIFA whatever. They're now called, as I say, I think it's EA Football or something like that. I mean, depending where you are in the world, it'd be EA Soccer. Yeah, it's terrible. They can't be a thing of the past, because EA were making so much money out of Ultimate Team. Yeah, and now we're getting a movie. we got the first teaser for the Call of Duty movie. This last week, or was it Monday? I can't remember. Oh my god, movie trailers. We have not. Yeah, did you not know that? Yeah, go and have a look. The teaser is nothing, by the way. The teaser is just it's just a title card. It's just the night vision goggle noise, you know, the bing, and then you know the sort of waveform, and then it says Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty film, and then yeah, trailers. We haven't talked about film trailers. The final trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day came out today. Still looks really good. And over the week, no, not over the weekend. Yesterday, really weird. We got one yesterday and one today. Yesterday, we finally got the first full trailer for Avengers Doomsday. I can't remember what the last COD. I think the last COD I played was Black Ops 2. The last COD game that I played and like properly played and enjoyed, I think was Modern Warfare 3. I think. I can't remember. I didn't play that much COD. I played the hell out of 4 and then Modern Warfare 2. Those are the only two that I really, really played. Loads. Played a bit of Black Ops. And I think that was it. Right, we're nearly done. We've nearly completed what I'm probably erroneously going to call the first ever all weapons speedrun. Don't know if it's the first ever. You can never be too sure.
Excellent, Jack.
Oh, I didn't actually equip the easy gun there. And done. There we go, everybody. The first, or I believe the first, all weapons Metal Gear Solid 3 speedrun. We're not done yet. We're still got to get through the credits. We're looking at 105. It's roughly 10 minutes. 106, I'll say, because it's somewhere between 10 and 11 minutes from this point onwards, I think.
Keep it safe.
Yeah, world record by default. I mean, you say world record, it's not a category yet. I've now got to submit this to the category extensions leaderboard with the intent of, could you make this a category, please?
Patriot. Why are you giving me this?
I don't know why, I'm still for some reason I'm still holding buttons. We're not done. The game inputs have not ended yet. I should know. I've still got 1, 2, 3. I've got like 10 or 11 more inputs yet.
Kill me now.
But this is all. I'm building all of this up towards what I'm hopefully going to create, which is the All Collectibles speedrun. Different from all achievements. Doesn't require you to get all the achievements, because all of the achievements is not a very accessible run. Partly because it requires you to get Foxhound, so no, we don't want that. My idea for All Collectibles... Excuse me. My idea for All Collectibles is... Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze again.
Well done.
Oh, lost time because I sneezed. And I've muted the audio because we don't want copyright hits on this. That's it. Now now it's all out of my hands. Inputs are now complete. Yeah, so for All Collectibles, my intention for All Collectibles is all keratin frogs, all plants and animals, all camos and faceplates, all weapons, all equipment. I believe that covers all collectibles. I don't think there's anything else really. There's a few caveats with some of that. Because there's no because traditionally well, no, I say traditionally, because the PC version, the version I'm running now, is the only category that goes by loading remove time. So you may have seen, in fact, you can see if you're watching the horizontal stream, if you're on Twitch or YouTube horizontal, you can see that my timer below, I've got 2 timers running. I have the loading remove time, which is currently at 58 minutes and 17 seconds. And then I have my real time at the bottom, which is at 59 minutes. So I always have real time on just to show the difference and show, what I'm doing. The loading remove time is whenever the game is loading, the timer pauses. Makes sense. But every other run, emulator's different, but we don't talk about emulator because I don't know why they did what they did with emulator. That's stupid. Every other run is on console, and obviously there's no auto splitter for console. You can't do load and remove time. So console is done by IGT, and the IGT is shown at the score screen at the end and includes the credits. So up until the point where we got the PC version, it was always done this way. It was always done with IGT, always at the end. And so it made sense for PC to follow suit and still have the same timing method. And because in most games in the series, it doesn't matter which version you're doing, you still have to get to the final stat screen. You might not necessarily use the IGT, but you still get to the stat screen. And also that varies. Some games skip the credits. MGS1 PC, you can skip the credits, which is one of the reasons why MGS1 PC is faster than console. There's a lot of other reasons, like the PC version being completely broken. Delta Snake Eater, you can skip the credits, so you don't have to watch them, which is really nice. It's one of the best things that Delta changed. MGS2, you have to watch the credits every time, no matter what version you're running. And MGS2, apart from PC Master Collection, uses IGT for everything. Even the original PC version uses IGT because it has loading remove time built in. The IGT for the original PC port of MGS2 pauses during loading times. And that if there are any game developers out there, any game developers that are thinking, is there anything I can do with my video game to make it better for speedrunners? There is only one thing. We talked a little bit. My last episode of Fast Travel that I had over the weekend just gone, the final run that we did of Elisa by Juho, the commentator was the developer of the game, which was really cool. And I asked him during the run, was there anything that you did with this, sort of with speedrunning in mind? Is there anything you would now do differently because you've done, you've worked with speedrunners and all of that? And he said, no, he didn't really. And a lot of that, and I completely agree with this, I've heard other people talk about it, is that you shouldn't really develop a game with speedrunning in mind. If your game is fun and interesting, then people will want to speedrun it. You shouldn't go into a game thinking, right, I'm going to design a game for speedrunners. But that's not to say there aren't some things you can do to help with speedrunners. And the number one thing that I would say for any developer out there who just wants to do something to make speedrunning work for someone and make it easier is include an in-game timer and make sure that timer pauses during loadouts. That's the only thing I'd say. Best example I can think of is Klonoa. Klonoa 1 and 2 on the Fantasy Reverie series includes an in-game timer that pauses whenever you do not have control. Oh, and the ability to skip credits. Yes, please. Very good addition. Yeah. Skip credits, skip cutscenes. Don't include loads of unskippable cutscenes. But that's, to be honest, unskippable cutscenes is very rare these days. I can't remember the last time. I mean, I know MGS3's got a couple of unskippable cutscenes, but I can't remember the last time I played any game where every cutscene was unskippable. Oh, Jade Cocoon. Pretty sure Jade Cocoon's cutscenes were all unskippable. Yeah, that wasn't very nice. But yeah, the best thing that you can do is if you're going to include an in-game timer, make sure that timer pauses during loads. Personally, I don't like timers that pause when you pause the game, but that's not a hill I die on. Like in MGS3, the timer doesn't pause. The MGS3, the timer doesn't pause at all. That timer never pauses. As soon as you start the game, that timer continues to go until you get to the end. So yeah, normally I'm not a fan of timers pausing when you pause the game. Depends on the game and the situation. And Metal Gear Solid is quite a good example. In some games, Twin Snakes, I'll give you the Twin Snakes is probably the best example because we can see the IGT working. In Twin Snakes, actually in Twin Snakes and MGS2, the timer does pause when you pause the game, but it doesn't pause when you're in the codec or when you're opening your weapon inventories or anything like that. That's probably better. If you've got a pause screen that literally all it does is pause, then pause the timer by all means. I think that's fine. But if you've got a pause menu like in MGS3, if you've got a pause menu that also you have to go into it to do stuff. So in MGS3, we have to go and we have to heal, we have to use food, we have to do our equipment and stuff like that. Don't keep that separate. If you can have a pause that just pauses the game and a pause that does menus and other stuff, then keep those separate. But more than anything, include a timer and have that timer pause during loads. It means that every version of the game is on the same foot. So console, PC, they don't need to be separated. It also then doesn't matter if one person's playing on a PS5 with an SSD and someone isn't. It's it just puts everyone on a level playing field straight away, and it's really helpful. Particularly for console. In fact, for me, more than anything, it's the fact that if you do that, it means that PC and console don't need splitting. I've never been a big fan of leaderboards being split by console, but it has to happen because it's just not fair. Ideally, you want your game to be playable on and compete against any console. It makes life so much easier. For me, it's always my desire. I mean, Unmetal, Mini Ghost, and Pampers and Celine are the only games that I am a moderator for. I'm not a moderator or verifier for any other game on speedrun.com. And it's always my desire, as much as possible, to have the leaderboards as small as possible. Least number of make categories as small as possible. Don't split again across different platforms wherever possible, stuff like that. All right, let's see my final time. It wasn't at 106. I was completely off. It was a 107. So we go. 107.22 is the official time, the official load and remove time. With 108.26 on the IGT, 108.49 on the RTA, and there we go. That is what I'm suggesting. The first speed run of Metal Gear Solid 3 all weapons, with all guns blazing, I believe is the achievement name. Yep, with all guns blazing. So yeah, that is the next step towards the All Collectibles run. So yeah, if you're watching the VOD, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can go check out some of my other completion runs. I am the world's foremost authority on all carrots and frogs in MGS3. I've also done all plants and animals, did that last week. I've done all camos, the world record holder for all camos on PC, because I'm the only person who's done it on PC. I was once the console world record holder, but that was a very long time ago. Yeah, so I've done all camos, I've done all carrots and frogs, I've done Markor, so all plants and animals, I've now done all weapons. The only two completion ones that I still want to tackle now, there is a Keratin run, which is all plants and animals and all keratin frogs. The one I'm most interested in is creating an all collectibles. So that is all keratin frogs, all plants and animals, all weapons, all camos and face paints, and all equipment. All equipment is the only one of those that doesn't have some sort of achievement tied to it. There is nothing in the achievements, there is nothing in the game that tracks equipment, but I feel like it's necessary. So yeah, if you want to see those, you can see those live here on YouTube or twitch.tv/NickRPGreen. Go check out some of my other runs. And yeah, I hope to see you in another video. Okay, that just ties up that's just to tie up the VOD. Yeah, good. We've done it. We have we've got our first run of all weapons. Now, I do not intend to come back. That's it. I'm not intending to. I might do the console run if this becomes a speedrun category. But I'm not intending to now run this like over and over again. I'm not intending. What I'd like to do is I want to get all collectibles done, and then I will probably submit all collectibles to some speedrun marathons. But I do have other things that I want to do as well. Next month, the end of next month, in fact, the 30th of August, I'm in a race for Struggle R, which is an organization that's run by a few of the Albion Speedrun Collective leads. And I have got 16 Sega Mega Drive games to play, and 8 of them that I should try and learn the speedrun for. Well, 7 of them that I should try and learn the speedrun for. I already know one of them because it's Castle of Illusion. So I will be playing and speedrunning some of those over the next few weeks. Also in time for August, I did say I wanted to learn MGS4, ready for when the Master Collection came out, but I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't think I'm going to have time. I'd still want to do All Collectibles on here, obviously. I did recently play through Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum, with the intention of learning the speedrun, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe at some point, but don't think right now. Yes, it is. It's all the 27th of August. So yeah, obviously when that rolls around, I'll be doing that. I've also got to decide what I'm going to submit to Albion Speedrun Brighton, Albion Speedrun Marathon Brighton, which is the 23rd, 24th. It's 23rd, 24th, or 22nd, 23rd. Final weekend of November. Albion Speedrun Marathon Brighton. I've also got to organise it. All we've done is announce it right now. Submissions aren't open. We've just announced the venue and date. So yeah, I got to decide what I want to submit to that, because I will be submitting again. I'm not going to be on Games Committee this time. There's more people who have wanted to be on Games Committee, so I've said I'm happy to step back and let Games Committee do that so that I can focus on other things. So yeah, because also people have discussed in the past that if you're on Games Committee, that you should be sort of like the first in line to not have a run in the marathon. And like, I've spent so much time and effort over the past few years trying to get live events done in the UK. I am not submitting to my own marathon. When we get big enough where we're having to turn away a third or half of the runners who apply because they can't get in, then yes, I will stop submitting completely. But no, I wanted to create live UK events so that I had more opportunity to do some speedruns in live UK events. But they would be up to Games Committee to decide. I don't know what I did. MGS3, any % European Extreme for the last one, so I should do something different. I don't know what yet. But I've got plenty of time to work it out. I think we're a little bit early to finish, but not early enough that I'm going to move on and do something else, something like that. I do need to have a look at. Do you need to have a look at where I would be getting a couple of items? Now that I might be getting the M6 for all collectibles. Actually, I'll put this out to everyone. I'd like folks' opinion on part of my all collectibles plan. So as I said, for all collectibles, so most of them are straightforward. It's equipment that's the difficult one. So obviously all keratins trackable, fine. But by the end of the run, we should have the keratin rank. Markor. So all plants and animals is trackable because on the score screen, it will show that I've collected 48 plants and animals. All camos and all weapons have to be tracked manually. There's no in-game track. The only thing I will do with those, although I'm not convinced that the achievement for all weapons properly means all weapons because of what happened earlier, I will probably turn the achievements off for those so that I get them again to show that I've got them for all weapons and all camouflages. Still haven't actually got the achievements for all camouflages. I'm still missing it because I've not done them all in one run. Then there's all equipment, which is basically everything else. So there's lots of different pieces of equipment in the game. And the way that I'm looking at it is any item or piece of equipment that you already have in your inventory by default does not need to be collected again. So that means do not need to get any healing items because we have them all by default. Do not need to get suppressors for the Mark 22 or the M19 because we have those by default. The one that I'm a little contentious on is batteries. Because you do have batteries at the start, but I don't know, that one feels a bit weird. There are places to get additional batteries. Batteries kind of feel like ammo for your equipment, and actually a battery isn't an item that appears in your inventory. It's not its own item. I think that's another reason not to go for it. The one that I am thinking I do need to get is the suppressor for the M16, because you don't have a suppressor by default for it, and there is one available. And that's something that I want to quickly have a look at and see if I can find, because one thing I should do is I should probably save my times. There we go. Space. Trying to use my keyboard. With moving the M16 to grabbing it in Groznygrad when we first go back after torture and after the waterfall and all of that. Originally I'd planned to get it in Dolinovo under the bridge during the Virtuous mission, because you can get the suppressor in Razvet straight afterwards, and also under that bridge is Pentazamin. Pentazamin, even though I've said we don't need to get cure items, but Pentazamin is not in the cure menu. It is its own item. So that's why Pentazamin and Bug Juice, they count. I can't remember if there's anything else like that. Because Pentazamin and Bug Juice are their own items, they're not cure items, they count. The items that I've got in my list are Pentazamin, the M16 suppressor, life medicine. Again, it's not a cure item. Mine detector, Bug Juice, crop cap, night vision goggles, thermal goggles, gobble box A, B, and C, and the camera. The suppressor is kind of the contentious one, and the suppressor and battery are the contentious ones. I say battery, because the battery isn't its own item, I don't think it's needed, because we already have batteries on us. We already start with multiple batteries, depending on what difficulty you're on. We already start with multiple batteries for our equipment. In the same way that we already start with ammunition. I don't need to go and pick up ammo boxes, because whenever we pick up a weapon, we automatically have ammo for it. I think that's fair. I don't think ammo is needed. The one contention then is the M16 suppressor. My argument for that one, that I do need to collect it, is that whilst it's not its own weapon, it's not its own item in the item menu, it is something that appears in the menu that unless you pick it up, you won't see it. I say batteries, you see the number of batteries that you have. There is a battery in your inventory at all times. Ammunition, it's already there. That's fine. The M16 suppressor doesn't. And if I'm now getting the M16 in Groznygrad Northwest, I do need to try and find another suppressor, because that's the other thing. Can't pick up the suppressor until you've got the gun. There's 3 opportunities to get it, so it might be that I change it. Well, I've also got to try and find the Pentazamin, because the Pentazamin was where the M16 was as well. So this changes things quite a bit. So we're gonna have a quick look at where we might get that stuff from. So, suppressor. There is... in the West Wing... the West Wing second floor corridor, there is a suppressor. In the lab, the Grozzigrad Weapons Lab, West Wing second floor corridor. After meeting Eva, there is a suppressor. So this is the door into torture. There's a suppressor in there. That's quite far out of the way. That's way more out of the way to go and grab that. There is one in the East Wing, but we don't go into there at that point. There isn't one anywhere else, according to the guide that I'm looking at. So that means that for all collectibles, we probably do want to get it in Dolanova now, because then we can get the suppressor straight away afterwards. And, as I say, it also fixes the Pentasmin. Because I don't actually know where Pentasmin is everywhere. In fact, the guide that I'm looking at only shows Pentasmin in that one spot. That's not to say that that is definitely the only place Pentasmin exists, but I think it's likely. Can't be the only place, because Pentasmin's no use in the Virtuous Mission. There must be some Pentasmin somewhere in Operation Snake Eater. But this guide does not. MGS3 Pentasmin. Let's see if the Metal Gear Wiki. I bet the way Metal Gear Wiki doesn't mention it. The Metal Gear Wiki is more about lore and story rather than. That's what I said. A guide for finding it in Delta. Now, if it's where it is in Delta, it should also be in the same place. How to get Pentasmin. You can find Pentasmin in the alcove under the north side of the bridge in Dolanova node during the Virtuous Mission. Apparently, that is it. Seriously? Is that really it? Delta is identical. Yeah. There's a Reddit post. There's a Reddit post called "What's the most useless item in Metal Gear?" Does that mean someone's comment is Pentasmin in MGS3? It's not needed. I'd still need to get it for the all achievements run because that's the idea. But I found another equipment list. Although there seems to be the same equipment list as before. Yeah. That is the only Pentasmin in the from every guide I can find. Oh, enemies drop it. Right, there we go. Enemies drop it. That's where else you can get it. Okay, so is there... And I found a guide which shows you every single enemy. every single enemy and what they drop. All right, let's have a look for Penta. So this is an Ocelot soldier. One of the Ocelot soldiers drops it, but like that's a second drop as well. So there's like, then there's another unit. So we'd need, for it to actually be time worthy, we'd kind of need to find a guard that drops on his first drop. But most of these seem to be second or third drops. There is a guard that drops on his first drop, but it's an Ocelot soldier from Sacraveno West. So it's only available if you kill the end early. Later on, we've got third drop, first drop. Krasnogorji Mountaintop, after meeting Eva. There's a soldier by the med shack, the double A gun, apparently only on normal plus. There's a support unit soldier who drops it. So this doesn't, that doesn't, I definitely don't want to be wandering around. Support, that unit looks like he's quite far away. That seems to be the only guard I can find who drops it as the first drop. That's the only guard apart from that Ocelot guard, who we're not going to come across, who drops it in their first drop. So no, we have to get the Pentasm in from underneath there. Also, I don't know if this is this by holding guards up? No, it's not necessarily. First two drops can be obtained from an unconscious guard or from interrogation. The last two can only be obtained by a hold up. Also, if you kill the guard and loot him, you'll only get the item in the first slot. So yeah, we're looking at multiple drops. Like, is there even a guard who's on 2? Normal plus. That's the thing, we can't go for any normal plus guards. There's a few 3s, but that's going to be really slow. No, I can find 3s, but I can't find one of the Ocelot soldiers. One of the Ocelot soldiers, but obviously we complete the Ocelot unit fight so quickly that wouldn't work. No. So no, I'm gonna say no. The Pentasamin we must pick up from that one spot, which means we're gonna get the M16 at that point as well. So that solves the M16. Now the suppressor, it's a little out of the way because we have to go up the stairs. But I still think going up the stairs and grabbing it. So I've already found one where a guard drops it. Seemingly drops it straight away. But might not, depending on the version of the game. First flamethrower soldier in Krasnogorji Mountaintop. But I still think that's going to be slower than running up the stairs and grabbing it in Razvet. It doesn't take that long. Yeah, screw it. So we've got another deviation for completion. Let me just undo that hide. No. So because I've made a note on my I'll show you my guide. why don't I just show you my guide so you can see what I'm seeing. So here we go. Here is it's not particularly elegant or anything overly special. It's just I'll zoom in. I said I'll zoom in. It is just oh yeah. You won't see it very well. Let me just do that so that people on the vertical stream can see it a bit better, because people on the vertical stream can't see my desktop fully. There we go. Move it over a little bit. Yeah. So yeah. So for weapons, that grenade is in orange because during an all collectibles run we get the grenade from here rather than here. So I need to add that now. So it's actually there. Dolanova, no. We'd grab we'd grab that from there. Bold. Orange. Okay, we can hide all of these. Hide all of these. Yeah, I've done this for all of this. This isn't an exhaustive list of where you can find every single one of these items. This is a list of, for speedrunning, where I believe the most effective location to grab these items is. So we've got Markor. That's every Markor item where you would get each one from. Then camos. I did the same for camos. I should change the color. I should do a color for this. The water, all these ones that are in open brackets is because of a backtrack, but I should make those colored instead, like I've done with the others. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that purple. There we go. Purple. Purple means it's a backtrack. Uniform Spirit is in italics because you don't actually collect it, but you do have to do something. You have to go to the end of the sorrow for it, but you don't actually collect it. It just gets put in your inventory. Let me just do find and sheet. Replace, please. Find that, replace with that. And find that, replace with that. Cool, done. So yep, that's all camos. There's all weapons where we looked at, and then here's all the equipment. So Pentasamin, we're still getting another no. Suppressor, the suppressor we now got to get in Razvet because we won't have the M16 in Operation Snake Eater. We can't pick up the suppressor anywhere else. It has to be collected in Razvet. Dolanova, no. We grabbed the life medicine. I've only said it in Dolanova no because for an all collectibles run, I'm not intending to do an equipment run on its own. There's barely any equipment. It's not worth doing. But for an all collectibles run, we've got to go to the under the bridge in Dolanova no anyway, because we're grabbing the raindrop camo. So we might as well grab life medicine there, and that saves having to try and get it. Like the normally life medicine, the best way of getting it is just before the pain, but you have to make sure that you get the roll correct and grab it, otherwise you miss it. Mine detector and bug juice both in Razvet, because the bug juice in Razvet is easier than the bug juice in the cave. Crop cap in Chorney Prud, that's the really, really long one, but the crop cap in Chorney Prud is also why the grenade is in orange for Chorney Prud. We grab the grenades then. Because then it means you don't have to grab and during Ocelot and you can focus on the King Cobra. Night vision goggles in warehouse exterior, thermal goggles inside the warehouse, as I've discovered today, they're in there. So that saves us having to get them in Razvet. We've got to go round, we've got to go towards the thermal goggles anyway, because we've got to get the cardboard box A, and we've also got to get the desert, it's either the desert face or desert camo. Cameras under the desk in the torture room. Cardboard box C, we do have to go out of our way. And actually, cardboard box C, I want to check. That's one that I want to actually check to see where it is. Now, I know where it is. I might want to move that camera over. Yeah, never mind. Whoopang. Cardboard box C, I already know where it is because I go past it in all Keratons. Never mind. Oh, I don't need to check. I was thinking, do I go and get cardboard box C when I'm escaping from torture so that I don't have to go out of my way to go and get it out at any other point, because during torture is the only time we're in the room that it's in. It's in the room where the torture room. So the torture room, you go outside. It's in that bit behind the torture room on the other side. But we're only going to do all equipment in an all collectibles run, so we're going to go that way anyway because we're getting all keratin frogs. So that doesn't matter. Though now I'm curious. You know what? Before we finish, because I'm now curious. I want to find out if I've got a save. Have I got a suitable save to go and check? I'm just curious. If I ever was to do all equipment without getting all keratins, is it still there? Load game. I might have to do this on a European Extreme save file. I don't have a lot of very easies. No. Let's cross the Great Northwest. Don't know what this one is. Okay, this is the correct one. Now this is European Extreme. So I'm gonna get spotted. But is it there? Just out of pure curiosity. I've got to get to the other side of that building without getting spotted. Damn it. How am I gonna get there? What? I'm not even sure if I can do it. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. I don't even know if I can do this. I've only got one smoke grenade as well. It might not actually be possible to get back around here. And this is why it's been nice just playing very easy for a change. How repeatable is what? I don't know. I genuinely don't think I can get to the other side of it. The only other thing I could do is I could try and go a different way. Get into that. This is just to see if an item is where I'm expecting it to be. It's coming through here. Go through this door. This takes me into northwest. Oh wait, no, I'm going back where I came. No, I'm going completely the wrong direction. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I know where I'm going. I'm probably going to get spotted here. I actually don't know where any guards are in here. Maybe there aren't any, because you're not really supposed to come in here. There's a guard. Okay, I am in the right place. Ow! I was just trying to get round guards before they spotted me. This is so stupid. All this just to try and figure out if I can... All this just to see if I can find something. If something's still there. This is really awkward. This is so dumb. I'm gonna run up behind and roll this guy again. Unfortunately, we have no... I've got the fork. I could run up and stab him. Ugh. This is ridiculous. Why am I doing it? It doesn't matter. Why am I still attempting this? It is so meaningless. Oh, I forgot about that guard. God. This is so stupid. Stop, Nick. Go to bed. You don't need to do this. It's all meaningless. I've done it. I've done it. Oh god, there's another guard there. That's okay. When we restart, we won't have a caution. Which means he's probably not there now. that guard. Get around that corner. There it is! Yes! It is here. It is here. I did it. I found it. Cardboard box. Right. There we go. If for any reason I ever need to do this run, without without going for all carrots and frogs. Hello.
HQ respond.
If I ever need to do this run without doing all carrots and frogs, for whatever reason, we can get the cardboard box there rather than anywhere else. Anyway, that's gonna be it, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm freaking tired and that took longer than I was expecting. Have a good night. See you on Thursday. Bye.